I'm sitting pretty impatient, but I know.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have this makeup look for you. It's a spring inspired pop of blue makeup look. So a little pop of blue on the lid, a dramatic and intense inner corner highlight, intense highlight, bronzy skin, light pale pink lips, and I have my hair in a plait. What could be more sort of spring summer like? So I really hope that you enjoy this makeup look, and if you'd like to see how I got it, then so as always I just have my eyes already primed, and I have a translucent powder on top of the eye base to set it in place. For my transition shade I'm going to be taking Makeup Geek's Creme Brulee, and this is just a little bit of a deeper tone shadow than Peach Smoothie, but I use Peach Smoothie all the time, so I thought it was time to sort of change it up a bit. I'm just taking that on my Zoeva 228 Luxe Crease brush into and slightly above my crease in circular motions. Now I'm just taking my Too Faced Semi Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, and I'm just going to be taking the shade Peanut Butter. I'm just applying that on my Morphe M505 blending brush. I'm just applying the shadow into my crease. Then just grabbing my big fluffy blending brush, and this is the Morphe M330, and just taking that over the shadows just to blend them together. Now for my last crease colour, I'm going to be taking the shade Sienna by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I love this shade so much, it's beautiful. Just applying that directly into my crease using my Morphe M506, and this is like a pencil brush. Just focusing that right into my crease, because that's where we want the most pigmentation to be. As you're able to see, this shadow is just such a beautiful sort of burnt orangey reddy shade. And then just taking my Morphe M505 that we applied Peanut Butter on, just blending that shadow into the others. And as you can see, it really transitions from like light to dark, and that's what you want it to do. So I just sort of blend out the edges with this brush. I don't like blend over the whole shadow because I don't want to like take away any pigmentation. Okay, so I'm just taking my Urban Decay Electric palette, and I'm just going to be taking the shade Chaos, which is the shade down the bottom, and I'm just going to be packing that onto my lid with my Real Techniques base shadow brush. You can put a base down first if you like, but sometimes I just find that like when my eyes are so dry, I just don't want to like dry them out more by like applying so many layers to my eyes. I think this will always be my favourite palette from Urban Decay. And this blue will always be my favourite blue ever. And then as I get up to my crease, I'm just sort of feathering the eyeshadow, just as it's not so sort of vibrant in the crease area. Taking that lightly down to my inner corner, but I'm sort of leaving a gap. Just packing more colour on in the middle. And then just taking a clean blending brush, and this is a Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Definer. Just taking that around the edges of that eyeshadow, as I want the colour sort of applied to my lid first before I sort of worry about having to blend it out. Like blend all the colours and stuff, if that makes sense. I'm just blending around the edge. And this blue does like transfer up your lid, so I'm just quickly blending that away. So now our eyes are at the same step. I'm now just going to be taking Gonzo from the Urban Decay Electric palette and applying this to the sort of inner part of my eye. As you can see, it almost adds like a sort of two-tone colour effect. So I'm just blending those two blue shadows together. Just taking a little bit of Sienna from earlier on the bigger fluffy brush. Just blending that down into the blue shadow. Then just taking my big fluffy brush and going over all the shadows just to make sure everything is blended. Got this all over my face. Applying a little bit of eyeliner to my upper lash line. And this is the Inglot 77 Gel Liner. And I'm just applying that with my Zoeva 317 wing liner brush, and I'm not going to be creating a wing with this. Right, for my lower lash line, I'm just going to be taking the shade here, which is called Peanut Butter from the Too Faced Semi Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, and I'm just running that underneath my eye. I'm sort of stopping when I get to this part here of my eye, as the inner corner highlight is going to be really dramatic and intense. Then on top of that, I'm just going to be applying the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow in the shade Sienna. I'm just focusing this on the sort of outer part, just to give my eye some shape and definition. I'm just connecting that to the sort of top eyeshadow. Is that even like a thing? Top eyeshadow. The eyeshadow on my upper eye. My eyelashes are really playing me today. Now for my inner corner highlight, I'm just taking my Dose of Colours Ideal Duo in the shade Disco. Just applying the sort of tacky base first. I'm just applying that on an Urban Decay brush. This is the one that comes in the electric palette, and I'm just packing that in my inner corner. You want to be sure that when you apply the base that there's not a build up of product. You just want to make sure that it's lightly, smoothly packed down and it's not going like cakey. Sometimes I find then the actual pigment itself starts to almost like crack on your eyes. Okay, now I'm just going to be adding the little shimmery side. So I just take whatever's left in the lid. I just make sure to pat this, not to swipe it. I do find that with these that the fallout isn't that bad because the base is literally so good. So it just literally just sticks to it. Just getting my little pencil brush and just blending around that, just as I don't want any sort of like harshness, is that even a word? And then I'm just taking a little bit of sienna once again. I'm just going to make this quite sort of smoky. I'm just taking that up to that inner corner highlight. I always contradict myself in videos. I said that I'm not going to do something and I just do it, so. I'm going to go for this nude pencil in my waterline, and this is by Rimmel. Is it Rimmel? Yeah, Rimmel. For my brow bone highlight, I'm just taking my Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette again, and I'm just taking the shade Coconut Cream, which is my new favourite brow bone highlight. Now what I'm going to do is just apply a little bit of blusher to my cheeks, and the blusher that I'm going to be applying is the Clinique Cheek Pop Blush Pop in 08 Melon Pop, and I use this like all the time, so you've probably seen this in a video before. I'm just taking that on my Primark powder foundation brush. I really need to get a new sort of lush brush, or just use a different one out of my brush collection because this probably gets really boring. For highlighter, I'm taking my Colourpop Fanny Pack highlighter and I'm just applying that. This is going to be like my base for the highlight that I apply on top. These are like, I think, cream to powder, but I do like to just apply something else on top just to make it even more intense. Just applying that with the Primark, with the Real Techniques setting brush. And then just applying Laura Geller Gilded Honey on top because I love the combination of these two, and I don't think I'll ever stop using Laura Geller Gilded Honey, so. And I love this Gilded Honey with the inner corner highlight on the eyes. I just think it like complements everything. Got my hair in a plait today and I think I look a bit like a little schoolgirl. Or maybe schoolgirls don't wear this much makeup, but they might. For the lips, I'm just going to be applying Colourpop's Midi Liquid Lipstick. If my lips ever look uneven, like when I apply a lip product, it's just because my lips are naturally uneven. Okay, I actually really like that colour. It's really pretty. I'm just going over the face with my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus in Coconut. So the Fix Plus just helps the powders on our skin sort of thin them down and make them look a lot less cakey. And especially in the spring and summer, you want your skin to be more sort of radiant and more sort of glowing. And yeah, it's just a really handy thing to have in your makeup kit. Okay, so that's the end of this makeup tutorial. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And if you try this out and recreate it, then don't forget to tag me on any of my social media platforms. And yeah, they're always linked in the description box anyway. So yeah, I'm really out of breath. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll see you in my next video. So take care, bye! Ignore my nail, it fell off, okay? Don't judge me.